Uh, hello, hello. Please let this be a direct warning to Rema before he makes that move. But I think we are late because the Dumebi cleaner has refused to calm down, and he has deleted everything that ties in to the great Mavin music. Wait a minute. Now let's see the tragic event that happened to the others who left Mavin just like him. We're going to start with the Dbanj. There are about six of them, but we will start with Dbanj. Dbanj was with Don Jazzy when the label was called Mohit. He formed that label with Don Jazzy in 2004 when the both of them came back from London to Nigeria to do music because they were not succeeding in the London or British music scene with the kind of accent and the kind of genre of music they were doing. So they have to come back to Nigeria to settle down and do music. That's how Mohit was born. After Mohit was born, the band became a superstar, dropping hit back to back, and later they found Wande to join the movie gang. K-Switch was always behind the scene because K-Switch is the band's brother, same as the Prince. But Wande joined them, and later Tiwa Savage and the rest. Mohit became the #1 record label, the #1 music group, music giant, music empire in Nigeria and arguably in Africa. The band was the biggest artist following Two-Face. He was dropping hits, blasting shows back to back, and so many things. The fame was so over him, like he was feeling like a god. And everything started to come to an end when he started eyeing the international scene. At the time, he has a deal with first of all he featured Snoop Dogg in the Mr. Endowed remix. Then later he had a deal with Kanye West, where he was later signed to Good Music. That contract didn't last. But after he was signed to Good Music, attitude started changing. We started hearing stories. First, we heard that it was his mother that caused the issue because the band's mother doesn't want Don Jazzy to be in their Lekki studio. And later, some people said that it was Dr. Sid. Okay, the band actually claimed that it was Dr. Sid that caused the issue. He wouldn't blame his mom. You get the idea? So there are so many stories, but in 2012, it was obvious that the Mohit record label can no longer exist. In short, Don Jazzy have to leave everything. It's like he left so many things, including the Oliver Twist music, royalties, and everything. They said Don Jazzy left everything with the Dbanj. He never took anything from him, so he has to start all over again, forming Mavin Music. When he launched Mavin Music, Tiwa Savage, Wande, Dr. Sid, the Prince were with him. And later they got Reekado Banks and Korede Bello to join the gang. It was one of the biggest music label in Nigeria. Again, after Mohit. And this crew start dropping bombs, jams upon jams, hit songs. In short, every musician on the Mavin record label were superstars. All of them, their albums, their singles top charts. Started from Tiwa Savage to Wande to Dr. Sid, the Prince, everybody, Korede Bello. The music started topping charts. But things didn't go straight for a very long time. You know, there's nothing good that lasts long. Because in 2013, Wande also left. Just a year after the Dbanj left, 2013, Wande also left Mavin. His exit was so painful to Don Jazzy, according to him in an interview. You get the idea? It was so painful because he loved Wande. The way Wande came to Mohit that later became Mavin and everything, his hit. In short, Don Jazzy's ad-lib and backup can be found in so many of Wande early music. That's to show you how close he was to Wande. In short, when Wande wanted to leave, they even had an issue Wande is one of the artists, apart from Dbanj, that he had a brawl with when he was leaving. They had an issue. There's a song he was supposed to release. He said the song belongs to him, but Wande dropped the song and so many stuff. It was painful. He didn't want Wande to leave, but Wande has to leave. And when he left, we all know what happened. The career went down the drill. We never heard from Wande again. It's as if Wande never existed for so many years. No hit single, no hit album. It became frustration to Wande. Very talented artist. God so kind during the days when Wizkid was still coming up. Wande showed love to Wizkid. According to Wizkid, he was one of the persons who had bought Wizkid in his room, and now Wizkid have to pay back. Wizkid showed him love. Wizkid brought him back on stage in one of his big jam in London. Wizkid gave him a feature. Wizkid gave him a pal. They were rolling together, and Wizkid associated with Wande very closely, and Wande start dropping little hit by little hit. That's how his career was a little bit resurrected. Apart from that, there was nothing good about Wande's career. In 2018, Dr. Seed also followed suit. You get that there, but Dr. Seed just left around 2022 because Dr. Seed was one of the biggest artists who lasted in Mavin. You get that there. I think it's about 2022 before he left, but later I say he's not doing music again. And so, in short, Dr. C's career was already going down before he left Mavin. So that one is understandable. But now let's go to Reekado Band's another painful flop. Reekado Dbanj left in 2018, and his flop was so fast and devastating, like the Hiroshima bomb in Japan. That was how bad it was, because Reekado Dbanj was a great musician, just like his second Bello. You get that? The two of them were great because they came to Mavin music almost the same time. So when Reekado Dbanj came to Mavin music, he was like that songwriter. He was dropping hit to hit. You get the idea? And it was so painful that when he left, nobody advised him because it was a bad move. He left in 2018. And since then, we've never heard any hit from Reekado Dbanj. The Ozumba Bad Way hit never lasts long. It was just like a flash. That one too was very painful to us over here. And the other one we had is Tiwa Savage. Tiwa Savage left in 2019 for UMG. Her career has been staggering ever since. No hit, no big features, no big event. She's just existing like our Afrobeat queen, dragging that crown with Yemi Alade for years. Well, Tiwa Savage is the queen, arguably is the queen. You get that, but it's so painful because since 2019 up to now 2024, we've never had any hit jam, any big radio banging jam from Tiwa Savage. Her career has been staggering. No hit songs, nothing. She's just following suit, running PRO stunts and the rest, nothing. But when she left Mavin for UMG, Don Jazzy was not angry. It was on a understandable note. The both of them, they agreed. Maybe Don Jazzy would have get some pay from the deal or so. But nothing has happened for Tiwa Savage since that time. You get the idea? And now all these people, these young artists that came to Mavin, after they've seen all these things, they don't learn. Now Rema now has deleted everything that has him tied to Mavin. We're here to have an official statement, but it's obvious that Rema is no longer with Don Jazzy or Mavin music. He's quitting. He's done. His latest song with his Benin brother Charlie Poppy is still even trying to surface. Let's see how long he can go, because Don Jazzy really invested in him, a lot in him, plus this Selena Gomez connection. That connection was made by Don Jazzy. You see, these artists, they don't know the underground work Don Jazzy is making for them to boost their career, to give them an international recognition. Because once they come to limelight, the first thing they look at is the international recognition. They forget about the foundation that has been built for them by the record label and the record label boss and executives. You get the idea? So it's painful. Okay, now look at Ruga. Thank God Don Jazzy took Rema away from the prince, because we all know that since Ruga left the prince, he has been struggling for a hit. You get the idea? He has been struggling for it, and even his duo with Buju Benson is still struggling to see the light of day. Why is it like that? It's so painful. Now, why the flop? Why the flop? Why do you always flop? You see, Don Jazzy is a great promoter. In short, recently Wizkid called Don Jazzy an influencer, because that is what he is. Don Jazzy is a great influencer. You can see what happened in the award show. They had this award show where Akorede Bello was giving an award and Olamide was pissed off. You get the idea? Because it was so obvious that Don Jazzy presses a lot of buttons. He makes sure his musicians get the award. He makes sure they get the airplay. He makes sure they get the link and the connection just to push their music. I know it's going to benefit him, but it's also going to benefit the musician greatly, who no one knew in the first place. Don Jazzy is made. He can refuse to stop doing music and it will still be okay. So it's always at the advantages of this musician what he's doing for them. You can see all the whole connections that he has been pressing, you know, and also he has some chemistry with most of these musicians that make that song so sweet, so mature, and so relatable. You can see his connection and chemistry with Dbanj, his connection and chemistry with Wande, with Tiwa Savage, with Reekado bands. Apart from Rema, those three big artists, it was so intertwined with them that when you hear their music, you will hear a sign of Don Jazzy, and that music become an instant hit. Apart from that, Don Jazzy is a hard-working label executive, one of the hardest, apart from Olamide and Kennis. You get that idea? He struggled hard. He made sure because of his musician and his record label, he became an influencer. That was what gave Wizkid the opportunity to insult him and call him an influencer. But literally, that is what he is. He's an influencer because he influenced people so that his musician music can go forward, so that they can scale, so that they can skyrocket. And the both of them became successful. It's a win-win for him and his musician. But these artists, they don't realize that. They don't take note of that. They thought you can just come off the board and release good music and you become a superstar. Boom. No, there are so many underground works that goes on. And once they left Don Jazzy, how many record label executives can go that extra mile for them, for their music? How many label executives can tolerate their recklessness? You can see how Erasta is acting. Later we heard that Erasta also is leaving, because by the time they start touching that international ground and start making that international connection, which of course is all originated from Don Jazzy, they'll start feeling like the boss, like they've arrived. They forget that somebody is doing the underground work. Don Jazzy and his team, they forget that. And it's painful because when they leave, they flop. Nothing, no option, they just flop. And you wonder what happened after this guy was good. I thought his music was sweet. Sweet, good music without promotion, without push, is as much like a useless and a dead project. I'm going to leave it at that. If you're not coming artist and you're listening to this video, please stick for long with a label exec who has pushed you. Stick for long. Forget about there's no slavery. Nobody is tying you down. Don't say it's a slavery career. Why will you sign me for 15 years? Why will you sign me like for 10 years? Like they say that why would Don Jazzy tie Rema for 15 years or 10 years also? It's not a slavery, it's not tying him down. It's a business deal. If your business is going good, are you going to kill it? Or in the name of saying you don't want to be a slave to the business, you're not going to kill it because the business is feeding you, the business is bringing food on the table, the business is sheltering you, the business is clothing you, is providing for you. So are you going to kill the business because people say it's a slavery business or it's a slavery deal? So they get it wrong. And all these things, sometimes they make this decision out of side talk, illiterate side talk, people that don't understand the music business, family and friends, and it's painful. I'm going to end this video here. A word is enough for the wise. I'll be expecting your opinions on this subject matter in the comment section. Please try comment. Let me hear your point of view, because it's important we discuss this as an Afrobeat music lover. And also subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be going deep into so many funny stories even you don't even know about, even you don't even exist, because we do a lot of research. to come up with these stories. So subscribe so that immediately we drop this video, you get notification. That means you have to on the notification bell after you subscribe. Thank you. Like and share this video. I will see you soon again.